Good morning and welcome back to Keto Living with Dale and Judith. Today's video is my full day of keto eating. While Dale is recovering from his liver transplant surgery, we're now starting the 18th day back home. I also made a video about Dale's eating today, but they're two separate videos. I'm going to start with my keto coffee. I'm still using instant coffee and paper cups. But this 16-ounce cup is too tall for my microwave. So I'm going to be using two 12-ounce cups. And this one has 12 ounces of water. And this one has half a cup of unsweetened canned coconut milk, 3 grams of net carbs. So let's get these going. This coffee is delicious. It's so smooth. It's not bitter like regular store-bought instant coffee. I get this off of Amazon. And I like my coffee strong. You want unsweetened canned coconut milk. You don't want the light variety. It's full fat, but it won't actually say full fat on the label. I either buy the simple, which means there's no added gar gum, or the classic. And any brand will do. Just make sure it's unsweetened. It's good brain energy food. I've tried just black coffee every morning, but the caffeine in it is not enough to get me going. People also make coffee with coconut oil, and they put it in a blender. They call it bulletproof coffee, and some people make it with butter. I've tried both of those, but I prefer using the coconut milk. I've also tried dried coconut milk, and I don't like that. I buy the coconut milk by the case. Can you see it? This is breakfast for me for 8 years. I started using heavy cream, but technically I'm allergic to dairy, and finally I was able to cut out the dairy. Now I use the coconut milk, 3 grams of net carbs for breakfast every morning. I really enjoy it. I prefer to save my solid foods for later in the day. I've fed Dale. He's done his walking and exercises. And now it's my turn for lunch. Honestly, I don't have much time to eat, just like when he was in the hospital. So I'm only eating 1 meal a day. Normally I have a snack and lunch, but I'm putting them both together. So lunch is going to be 17.3 grams of net carbs. 17.3, because I'm having my yogurt, my half a cup of keto coconut milk yogurt that I make myself. And that's 3.9 grams of net carbs. I'm having that with 1 ounce of fresh strawberries, which they've been frozen, but that's going to be 1.5 grams of net carbs. A tablespoon of chia seeds is mixed in. So altogether, that's going to be 5.4 grams of net carbs. And normally that's a snack, morning or afternoon. Then the lunch is ground pork patty, just simply microwaved. It's about 9 3/4 ounces. Because I count calories, however many calories are left for the day, I just increase my meat portion. And I'm having 2 servings of roasted summer squash. We made that together before the hospital. So each serving is 227 grams of fresh summer squash, cooked with 1 tablespoon of bacon grease each and pureed. So I'm going to have 2 servings today. And 1 cup of homemade broth. It's not going to have any added carbs because I didn't make it with vegetables. So altogether today, let me check. I'm going to have 21.2 grams of net carbs for the day. And my lunchtime supplements are upstairs. That's 1.9 grams of net carbs. And I'll show those to you in a minute. So let's start fixing lunch. I mix up a week's worth of yogurt at a time with my liquid stevia, which is 1/4 of a teaspoon for each serving, and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds for 1/2 cup of yogurt. And I added in fresh chopped strawberries, and then I left them all overnight in the fridge for the chia seeds to soak up the liquid, and then I froze them. And it still comes out smooth after it's thawed. And every morning I just put 1 in the fridge, ready for the day. When Dale was in the hospital, I really wasn't hungry. I had to force myself to eat. I ate less, but now that I'm back home and I'm so busy taking care of Dale that I'm hungry. So I'm really having to watch my carbs because stress, and I really think it's more about being tired. My brain thinks I need to eat more. So if you're really tired, try resting more and really document your food and follow that. So I'm finally able to rest. In the beginning, I couldn't. I really didn't have a choice. I didn't sleep well because I had to listen for Dale overnight and help him. And even when he didn't need help, my brain was on high alert. Today's the first time I was able to go out walking. I felt comfortable leaving him home alone. We're starting our 18th day at home. It's been more than 3 weeks since surgery. In the hospital, I was able to walk back and forth from my housing to his room. But since I've been home, we've only been out walking 3 times together for a really short distance. So I haven't been comfortable walking, and I haven't had time to bike here in the house. But now I'm going to try to get back to walking. So do your best if you're in a situation like this. Many times you don't have any choice. So I'm comfortable leaving him home more often, especially if someone's here ready to help, because they had to repair some vessels and arteries, and that puts him at a high risk for stroke and a heart attack. He is on blood thinners, but again, if he falls on blood thinners, he could have a brain bleed. So do your best when you're in a crisis. And Dale's been very cooperative. Okay, well, waiting for the meat to cook. Oh, another thing. I've been eating keto for 8 years, and I really have really not much need for spice because I really enjoy the taste of the meat and the vegetables. So I don't add many spices to my cooking anymore. But you can add rosemary, tarragon, sage, basil, cilantro. Just be careful, measure them, and count the net carbs. But be careful with things like onions and garlic because they add more carbs to a dish. But feel free to add flavor to your food. I typically don't use salt anymore, but I've found that I'm tired. My body is craving salt. So I did add more salt today. I'm not in the mood for pepper. I love spicy hot peppers, but I'm just not in the mood for that right now. So feel free to add seasoning, but make sure you check the common food value and add it to your food log. And know that over the years, your taste buds will change. At the beginning, I was heavy on spices and herbs. It was still a little bit peaked, so I put it back in. My supplements for lunch are upstairs. I'll show those to you up there. But out in the garden, I take beets and greens that I dehydrate, and they're ready to harvest. And the beet greens are ready. Cabbage is ready. Lettuces and chard are ready, but where am I going to put them? I need to figure out where I'm going to set up the dehydrator. I don't want to harvest and then not have enough room in the fridge to keep them fresh. So I like to make the supplements myself, but lately I've just been buying them because I haven't had the time. Normally I set up everything here on the first floor, but this is where Dale's living right now, so there's not enough space. But when I do the harvest, I'll bring you along with me. Okay, I think the meat's almost finished, so let's warm up the broth and go upstairs and watch the birds and enjoy the garden. And that's my full day of keto eating. Thank you for visiting Keto Living with Dale and Judith. See you later. Bye-bye.